Hey guys, this is Sydney Joseph, the drum instructor at worshipartistry.com. In this video today, we are going to look at a few ways that we can emulate or at least get close to making electronic drum sounds, program sounds, claps, loops and samples on an acoustic kit. Okay, so to start off with, let's say you only have your acoustic kit, you don't have any kind of, electronics or anything to make an actual electronic sound, okay, even anything to add to your kit. And this is one of the most common ideas, some of you may know this one, okay? But to make a clap sound, you basically do a flam and a rim shot or a rim click at the same time, okay? It sounds like this. Okay, and in a groove. Okay, so all that is playing a rim click with your left hand, okay, if you're left-handed with your right hand obviously, and then doing a snare hit, and I actually like to do a full rim shot, okay, making contact with the snare rim and the head at the same time. I feel that way you're actually getting, right, 3 for 1 in a way. You're getting 2 sounds here, 1 sound there, and it's a little bit more metallic-y, okay, which at least takes us somewhere in the realm of a clap, like more than one person clapping at a time, okay, because we have those multiple hits. Okay, so that's the first idea if you have nothing to add to your drums. Now, let's say you have a couple things, okay, I have here a wallet, few household items, wallet, some keys, a little tambourine if you want to go to your music store, pick up tambourine or regular tambourine, and a couple splash cymbals, okay? And so always Zildjian Ks. Love my Zildjian Ks. Okay, so let's say you have a couple things and you're trying to emulate, a percussion loop, let's say. So one of the things you'll often hear is maybe your hi-hats, okay, more like a tambourine sound, or at least have something that makes them a little more metallic-y. And often you'll hear that the snare is kind of tighter. Okay, often in loops the snare is a little dry, a little tighter, maybe compressed. Okay, so even this takes it away from just being your regular kind of organic-y kit, okay? Right, so that would be the first thing, kind of put your wallet or something on the snare just to tighten and dry it out a little bit, even if it's tuned high, it doesn't only have to be tuned low. You can put your cell phone, I have done that before, but I would not recommend it unless you know exactly where it is and exactly where you're hitting. Maybe like put it upside down and tape it on if that's all you have, but like, man, get insurance, make sure you know where you're hitting on that snare. Okay, let's look at a couple other ideas. Sometimes I actually like putting this little tambourine on the snare, okay? It kind of bounces around, sometimes a little too much, so you can use something to weigh it down. Or if you like that little delay, gutch, boom, boom, gutch. And again, you just kind of make sure you know where you're hitting. You don't want to bounce it right off the snare. Okay, another idea that you often see is the good old splash cymbal on the snare technique, okay? I'm going to take it up a level and do a splash cymbal stack on the snare technique, just because I kind of like it, okay? Again, you'll hear this. This is often emulating almost like a more kind of jungle drum and bass sound, but also, again, you've got that metallic-y thing, which is something of a clap, okay? Something close to a clap. Again, one thing I like to do is you can either hit it open like that so the cymbals kind of bounce, or you can actually do like a, I don't know what you call it, a double stop or like a dead stop, okay? And hold the stick against the cymbal. Obviously, you don't want to tense up too much, okay? Still be relaxed, but you're letting the stick stay on the cymbal as you hit it. Okay, and again, remember, even though this is on the snare, you have a couple places you can hit. right? You have a couple different sounds. Okay, in the same way that a producer or someone who's making beats or program something might, just throw in a couple different sounds, a few different samples, you have this here, okay, to be able to make different sounds. Now let's go for the ultimate combo sandwich here. Okay? Throw everything on your snare. And you'll sometimes see people put like shakers and all kinds of weird things on their snare. I actually just experimented with this a little bit before and kind of liked how it sounded. So I have this splash stack with a little tambourine on top, some keys for something a little more metallic, and a wallet just to kind of hold it down and also dry it out a bit. Okay, so let's see what this ultimate combo sounds like. Right, just as I said, make sure you don't hit it off. I did it. But that's why. Now you know why. Okay, the final idea I want to show you guys is just talking about using a regular tambourine. This one is kind of a mountable one, but you could use anything. And you could throw that on your hi-hat. Okay, again, it gives you a couple options. Let me go back to a kind of semi-regular snare. Gives you a couple options. If you hit the hi-hat, you kind of get both sounds, right? And it kind of dries out because it's pressing down when you open. It kind of dries it out a bit, which I like. But then you can also just hit the tambourine. Okay, which is, again, a different sound. And because it's hitting the hi-hat, it kind of does something to the tambourine sound as well. If you don't have anything to mount a tambourine on, one idea is also to put it on your tom. Right, and then gate your tom. You could ask your sound guy, or if you have a home recording setup, gate your tom, and you can get a tambourine sound that way without having to mount it or put it on anything. Because it'll be picked up from the overheads. All right, so hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me play a little something to play us out and catch you again soon.